Okay.
Yeah. Idi Amin had many torture places, but many of them have been destroyed. Some are no longer in existence. Since Uganda is a developing country, some are now even business centers. You can no longer see them. This is the only one which has been preserved and left intact to act as a tourism attraction for our visitors and also to serve as an education purpose to the schools which come here in the place.
You left a legacy.
Yeah.
And I had some people conflicted with the information that it wasn't a torture chamber, it was like an armory.
Yeah, at first it was an armory, then later it turned into a torture chamber. I used it as an armory for only 8 months.
Okay.
Then it turned into a torture chamber.
Oh.
Yeah. So the king is the person who gave an opportunity to the people living around here to utilize the land. They mostly do cultivate on it.
For free?
Yeah, for free. Give them land. You can just utilize it for your own consumption of the food.
So when I come, I go through the office to acquire land for...
Yeah, you can acquire. People always go to the office, they give you your own portion, and you dig your own food.
After harvesting, do you have to bring something to the kingdom?
Not really.
It's totally free.
Yeah, it's totally for free. Especially, actually, for the people who are living here, they are more using of this because the land is very big. You cannot finish it.
Okay.
Yeah. So most of the foods they grow here, they have the bananas. Uganda is one of the countries which is blessed with a big number of bananas. Uganda has 27 species of bananas.
27?
Yeah, there are 27, but they are categorized into 4 main types. We have the green banana, we have the yellow bananas, we have the plantain which is roasted on fire, also have the type where we make the banana beer from.
Be the cameraman of the day. Come.
To the people of Uganda, their staple food is green banana, the matoke. When you find a good Ugandan and give him other food like beans, and you ask him or her, have you eaten anything? Have you eaten any food? You tell you, no, I've not seen any food on my plate.
Because there are no matoke.
There was no matoke. Even if you had foods like rice, fish in the house, beans, and you ask, do you have food in your house? Say, no, in my house I don't have any food. There was no matoke. Matoke is the food. Yeah. So it's always peeled well, wrapped well in the banana leaves, cooked in a hot pot for some good hours. When it is ready, it is mashed to make a mold. And that mold can be served when it is very hot, extremely hot. They serve it alongside with the peanut sauce, and that peanut sauce is also prepared in the banana leaf, which is called the luwombo. Yeah.
Okay. Ruombo is common in central Uganda.
So this is the Idi Amin's armory, which he turned into a torture chamber.
Oh.
Yeah, when he became president, he hired Israelis. Israelis in the world are known to be good architects. They are very good builders. So he brought them here to build for him an armory where he could store his weapons. This place was an armory. It was dug underground. It was hidden down in a way that when the vehicle brings weapons, it turns its back in a reverse form. Then it goes up to inside. Inside, we're going to see the place has 5 cells and are all built on the height of the truck to enable the loading and offloading of military tools. He used it for only 8 months. Then he turned into a torture chamber. They could arrest you wherever you are. They turn your arms at the back, blindfold you, they pack you in the boot of the car, then drive you around the town for some good hours to mentally confuse you so that when you reach here, you cannot tell where you are. People who died from here, they thought that they were far away from Kampala, yet they were still within the city, Kampala. This made them unable to escape and leave this place. When the bodies accumulated here, they could come for them. They packed them in the lorries. Many bodies were dumped in the King's Lake. Down there, that's why we have the King's Lake. It's just outside the palace. It is the largest man-made lake we have in East and Central Africa. Actually, it was the main dumping area. Many bodies were dumped on the roads to scare people from rioting. Other bodies were buried in the mass graves. Up to date, some mass graves have not been identified. Many bodies were thrown in Lake Victoria and by the Nile Perch, other than in River Nile, the Nile crocodiles feasted on them. So Uganda became insecure. People flocked to countries like Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa just to protect their lives. Two presidents used this place. Idi Amin used it up 1979. Then his successor, Milton Obote, continued using this same place for the same purpose. So nobody knows the right number, but it is estimated to be like 25,000 Ugandans who lost their lives here. 25,000.
How many?
25,000 Ugandans. It is estimated.
25,000
Ugandans.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
those are very many people.
most of the people who were killed were men. There is no registered number of ladies and children. Because men are known to be frontliners in politics, and they were almost intellectuals like lawyers, doctors, church priests, those who could stand and speak against the government, they're the ones who were brought here.
So that's the only that had influence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when Idi Amin was overthrown, he went back to his great friend Gaddafi in Libya. He proceeded to Iraq for a short time, then he ended up in Saudi Arabia. Idi Amin died in Saudi Arabia in 2003 at the age of 78. The hospital was called King Faisal Specialist Hospital and Research Center. Idi Amin's wife called Maimuna reported that her husband died of kidney failure. Then he was buried in a town called Jeddah when we were heading to Mecca.
Jeddah.
Yeah.
Okay. So water slopes inside.
This was a trail for the truck. Initially, it was an armory. The Israelis never built a torture chamber. They built an armory. It was Idi Amin who turned on the idea of the armory to a torture chamber.
And later used by Obote.
Yes, also Obote continued using this same place for the same purpose. So the truck could come in a reverse form from this side, then it could be driven up to here inside. We're going to see inside what is there. So this was a trench for the rain water. It was reserved for the rain, not to disturb the activities inside there, so the rainwater could run down that side. So this place had a strong metallic door which was only opened when the truck of weapons had arrived. So the truck would come in a reverse form, the door was opened and it could easily go inside. The place has 5 cells and were all built on the height of the truck. The truck would park on one of the cells, then it opens up in the sides to do the offloading of the weapons. These very cells had a strong sliding door which you can still see up. So the weapons were closed inside. The Israelis never gave this place good ventilation because it was made for weapons. After 8 months, trucks no longer entered. This floor was filled with water. You can still see the water mark when you look clearly here. The water line is still visible, and this water was electrified. The electric cables are still running through the walls to tap the water. So after confusing around the town, they could make you stand this water, then they connect power to extract out information from you. They could make you speak.
Or they connect the electric to the water.
Yes.
Then you stand in.
Yes. So they make you to speak whatever you've been planning against the government. Yes, I'm sure with the electrified water, you can even speak what your ancestors did.
You can even speak what you don't know. You just accept that I did so when you didn't.
Yeah. So some men immediately died of electric shock here.
Oh.
Those who survived, maybe they were forced to go into the cells. They could put over 100 men in one cell. These men, what could kill them mostly was suffocation, serious torture, and times hunger. When you managed to jump from one of the cells, you couldn't escape this water. You could be found dead in the water. When they bring fresh ones and find any weak one inside, they bring out the weak one, put in the water, they suck back the fresh ones. So, as I told you, 2 presidents used this place. We have some writings at the extreme end of the cell. We believe that one of the gentlemen who died here wrote it. We don't know what he really used to write because the words are still sticking on the wall. The words are in the local language, Uganda. They say, Obote onzise, nae abana bange. Meaning, Obote, you have killed me. How about my children? So these other writings, you get a challenge of schools. They try to repeat what was written there. They repeated them here.
Oh.
They also come and write on the walls, but we've been fighting that. Most of our visitors expect to find blood here, but blood cannot last up to date. Today we have the birds. These blood spots are their droppings. They're the ones who live here.
Okay.
So Idi Amin had many torture places. This is just one of them. Since Uganda is a developing country, many of them have been destroyed. Some are now business centers. You can no longer see them. This is the only one which has been left intact up to date to serve as an education purpose to the schools and also to serve as a tourist attraction to our visitors who come here. So this water became muddy, and some men were dragged through this water before they were pushed into the cells. Because soldiers would step in their dirty shoes, and this water was not changed. For them to step in it, they disconnect power. This last cell has fingerprints of man, which are still visible up to date. So the place is underground. We get a challenge of rainwater which drills through the ceilings and it comes down. We have left the level of land up. So when they were being pushed inside, as they were resisting, many of them tried to touch and left fingermarks all over. So even inside, the walls are very, very dirty. They still have mud. Someone maybe was dying of electric shock here. He tried to scratch and left his fingernails in the place.
Oh my God.
Other men were shot directly using bullets. We have stray bullets. That is a bullet hole. We have other bullet holes up. There is one below here. Others have been covered with a cobweb. So Uganda became insecure during the reign of this man, Idi Amin. People ran to countries like Tanzania, Kenya, Zambia, just to protect their lives.
It was a tug of war.
Yeah. So anybody who could come up out and speak against the government, or people who were targeted, you could be brought here.
So it's like the way government fights opposition.
Yeah.
Oh, but he did it in another way.
Yeah. So there is a lady who came later. She had no good English, but she wrote here using mud. She wrote and said, "I will never forget my husband was killed. People forgot. Her husband was a victim in the place."
But how comes that Idi Amin is most condemned than Obote, yet it was used by the two?
It was used by the two. When Idi Amin came into power, he ruled Uganda for only 8 years. But Idi Amin became so popular. Maybe the way how could speak, the way how could talk. Actually, the movie called The Last King of Scotland, this place was partially filmed. They came and filmed this place. Yeah. It was scripted in the book called The Last King of Scotland. So they acted that movie basing on the life of Idi Amin. The titles which he could call himself. He could call himself the uncrowned last king of Scotland.
The Field Marshal.
Field Marshal. He awarded himself the rank of the Field Marshal in 1975. The conqueror of the British Empire. Some people knew him as the Butcher of Uganda.
The Butcher?
Yes, the Butcher. There is a book I read, they could call him the sex champion. He was a man of women, Idi Amin. So,
in everything he participated perfectly.
Yeah, actually he was a good athlete. In 1950 to 1961, he was Uganda's heavyweight boxing champion. He was good in boxing. He was like a giant, like 6 feet high. He was a good swimmer when it came to swimming. So he was volatile, he was everything. So Idi Amin became so popular and he was so much over-condemned, maybe his personal cult.
That was the gate.
Yeah. The electric switch, this was the electric switch.
Oh.
Then you can see the electric cables here. The Israelis built this place purposely as an armory, not a torture chamber. It was an armory which needed no strong electrification. Yeah. So you can see there is a difference. This was a later innovation when Idi Amin maybe got the idea to turn it to be a torture chamber. So they had to break the wall so that they can fix in cables.
So, how long is it in existence?
Like this one?
Yeah.
It was built in 1972 by Israeli engineers. The Israelis are known to be good architects. They are very good builders. When it comes to building, they are very, very good people. Yeah. So I'm sure it is reaching like 50 years now.
And it is going nowhere.
Yeah.
And there is no renovation
There
done
is
on
no
it.
renovation.
Oh. Opposing government is not easy, so it's a matter of days. Or you either win or you die. Oh, thanks for the tour anyway.
Yeah, we are going to finish at the backcloth workshop. You have the backcloth workshop. How we make the backcloth fabric. Should be finished.
Okay. We still have more to see. So anyone, when you pick any fruit, you can enjoy here, no problem.
Yeah, we have fruits here. Most of our visitors also they come and pick because we plant the fruits for our visitors. But have a challenge of children. Come and even take those which are not yet mature. Bye.